Welcome back to the restaurant show. Right now we are very excited to be joined by the culinary creator himself, Joe Perkins from over at Cold Fusion. How are you doing today?
Good to see you again.
Good, and we have obviously some exciting stuff lined up. I think we're going to start with the Tuscan Asian tuna.
Yes, it is something I've had on the menu for now, let's see, 13 years.
Okay.
It's a little different, of course. I always blend things together, and we start with our tuna. It's an IE grade tuna, sushi grade tuna. A little bit more fragile than your typical hard tuna that you see all grilled all the time. You don't really want to grill this, it falls apart. We sear it rare with soy sauce, so when you get it, it's cold. It is cold.
And you were telling me with that kind of tuna, because it's a little bit, it's a better version of it. It doesn't get really tough or anything when you cook it. That almost just falls apart.
It's very soft, very mild, I mean, the flavor enhances by the soy sauce and the wasabi if you want to put wasabi with it.
Okay.
And so you just sear it rare, cold, like sushi. That's what they use in sushi, so that's
Sure.
why we do it. And then I do things a little bit differently. I take a hot naked sauce, which we make ourselves. It's olive oil and garlic and a bunch of seasonings and herbs.
Okay.
And we saute some linguine with it and put that on the side. Then I take the tuna, I toss some naan, which is Indian flatbread, and cut it into 6 pieces, just like the tuna. Put that on the bottom, make a bruschetta with fresh tomatoes, of course, fresh basil, olive oil, fresh garlic, rice wine vinegar, since it is a tuna dish.
Sure.
And Joe spice, my own creation, of course.
All right.
Mix all that together, make a bruschetta, put that on top of the tuna after it's sliced, which is on top of the bread. So you basically have some croustades on the bottom with some tuna on top and some bread or bruschetta on top of that. So then the linguine's on the side with the hot naked and the Parmesan. We serve it with soy and wasabi to have some dipping to go along with it.
Gotta ask where the hot naked came from for the sauce.
A lot of people ask me that's hilarious because they're like, hot naked. I'm like, no, it's not. That's not what I mean. What I mean is a naked sauce. You can still see the pasta when you're done with it. All you see is the herbs and the garlic.
Sure.
And it's a hot sauce. You serve the pasta that's hot with the hot sauce.
All right, makes sense. My mind was not.
A little bit different than what people think it is. So.
Okay. So with that, and now, I know you do a lot of different things. Can that be an alternative where you could get something besides pasta with it, or can you have it without the pasta?
You can. And what I've done before with this tuna in the past is too, we've done appetizers with it. You can just get the tuna.
Okay.
And no pasta on the side, no salad, no bread, no anything like that. You get the croustades, of course, but you can get garlic mash with that, you get a veg with it, you get rice with it, whatever you like. I just pair it with the tuna and the pasta because it's Tuscan Asian tuna. You want the Japanese flair with the Italian flair put together.
So it kind of comes together like
fuses.
That. And it fuses together at Cold Fusion.
Yes.
And this looks absolutely fantastic when finished. And I know you did a great job kind of explaining it, and you brought along a finished product we can look at too. And that's a full meal for you, folks. That looks absolutely fantastic. Yes. And that's all put together. And that's, your wasabi's a little bit different.
Yes.
What's the reason behind that? It's not, that solid
mine's a wet wasabi, and what I mean by that is I make it a little more moist because people like taking wasabi and mixing it with the soy sauce together to put it on top of the fish instead of having to go, all right, let me take the wasabi, then pour a little soy on there, because I don't have all the tools for that type of thing. I'd rather people just mix it, put it on there, use chopsticks if you want. If you want, just take the bread and eat it as a bruschetta.
Sure. So make it easier to eat. People can share it a little bit easier.
Exactly.
Being able to spread out on that. So that looks fantastic. That's the Tuscan Asian tuna. God, that looks good. I'm gonna have to try that. And then also, I want to point out, I noticed you have wings on the table.
Right.
I love wings. If you guys watch the show, you know how much I love wings. And these are some big suckers.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what we got going on with wings.
They're off 6-pound chickens.
Okay.
They're jumbo wings. You get the whole wing. And someone mentioned today, they're like, well, we didn't see it said jumbo and the whole wing on the menu. Well, that's my fault as an owner. But when you get the wing, you get the whole thing. So they say 2 pieces. Well, it's 3. I like the nibs. I like chewing on them.
Yeah.
What we do is a 3-step process. It takes me about 2 hours to cook these wings.
All right.
Okay. I take the jumbo wings, I boil them, I parboil to about 3/4 done. Which means that what happens when you parboil them, it shrinks down the skin, but doesn't break it. So the moisture stays inside instead of being released. Then we take them, we grill them, put the marks, you can see the marks here on there. And then we actually do freeze them because you want to prepare them ahead of time, especially on wing night. We have wing night in Middleton and Platteville on Mondays. 75-cent wings. Those things for 75 cents each.
That's at Platteville and Middleton on Mondays.
Right, and McFarland, it's Wednesdays.
And when Wing Wednesday and McFarland.
So it's, believe me, these things, we sell a ton.
I could imagine. That's 2 wings almost anywhere else you go.
Yes, exactly, and they're jumbo wings. We had an older lady, she goes, those are turkey wings. I'm like, no, they're chicken wings. She goes, I said, no problem. So, but what we do is, then we freeze them, and then we fry them and crisp them up.
Sure.
Once you crisp them up, they come out looking nice and glistening and pretty. Then you add your sauce. We only have 3 sauces: buffalo, which we make ourselves.
All right.
Okay. Teriyaki, which I make myself. And my barbecue sauce is the same barbecue sauce I use for my wings, my ribs, and my chicken.
So it's a good barbecue sauce.
Yes, it's the same thing. So we try to blend everything together, and we actually let people, they'll come in and say, well, can I get 2 of each? Well, sure. We'll get them 2 buffalo, 2 barbecue tiers.
So kind of a sample of the 3.
Exactly. And we tell people all the time, you can't take them with you on the wing night because it's a special in-house only.
Yeah.
You can buy them every day. They're on our menu. And we tell, like football players, get 8 to start. You can always order more, but you can never take them home with you. So we've had some issues with that before.
Give them a start.
Start
small, add more as you go with that.
Exactly.
Now with when you're preparing that, and we have the finished product here, you said you fry them obviously, give it that nice crisp. Is that something you can bake too if someone's
if you don't have
really
a fryer at home,
conscious?
it's really easy to. At home, if you just want to, if you have a grill at home, parboil, grill, put them in the oven for 25, 30 minutes, 350. They're going to come out the way you want them. I'd even sauce them before you put them in the oven. That way the sauce just soaks into that skin. It's still crispy, and it's still got that nice glaze on it. That's what I would do. We serve ours with carrots, and you get a side of blue cheese or ranch with it. It's up to you. So.
That's good. Now, what is the parboil? Is that something besides just the water in there?
No, it's just water.
Just water?
Just water, and I actually save some of that stock for chicken soup and stuff like that. We put it aside, so you try to keep what you can do.
And then huge wings for 75 cents. And want to make sure we mention again all 3 locations.
Yes.
Middleton,
yes,
Platteville, and now McFarland's up and running too, correct?
Yes, Cold Fusion 2 in McFarland. We call it 2 because the menu's smaller. It doesn't have everything, but you know what? We have a lot of good things to offer out there. We're actually thinking about putting the tuna on there as an appetizer only because I don't have all the facilities there, but the wings are there. You know, we have our ribs and our chicken, our burgers, and everything else.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And want to make sure we mention, because the food is absolutely amazing, you guys got to try it. You also are very good with doing parties and catering.
Yes, I will cater whenever everybody wants me to. Just give me enough notice. I can cater up to 400 or 500 people.
Fantastic. So check them out. 3 different locations of Cold Fusion. I know I visit the one in Middleton just because it's close to home, but check out any of the 3 for some great food. You can see the variety here in massive wings. Special Wednesday in McFarland for 75 cents, and then you got Platteville and Middleton on Monday for wings. So check them out. Joe, thank you for joining us here today.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with more of the restaurant show in just a moment.